Hello everybody, this is Diksha Sharma and I'm intern at Lexus and Company. So today I'll deal with the topic data protection law in India. Recently WhatsApp updated its privacy policy in India which will allow it to share the business data on WhatsApp with Facebook. After the announcement of there has been a situation of panic among the people as fear of data leak arisen in the mindset of people. Although WhatsApp claims that there won't be a such situation as only business data will be used and no personal data will be shared with Facebook. But WhatsApp credibly is doubtful as it has a different privacy policy for European countries. The announcement also comes in the backdrop of news of sensitive data leaks from companies like Domino's and Air India. Although for quite some time news of data leak from different companies have been coming, but the issue is really serious now. To put this into context, India saw a 37% increase in data leak in 2020, and this year already case has various data breaches have come out. Hence the question arises, what framework does our government have for such data breaches? Although India does not have any data protection law as vast as that of other countries, especially European countries, but Information Technology Act, which will pass, which was passed in 2000, provides legal recognition for transition carried out by means of electronic data interchange and other means of electronic communications, only referred to as electronic commerce, which involve the use of alternative to paper-based method of communication and storage of information to facilitate electronic filling of documents with the government agencies. The Act also defines cybercrime as prescribed penalties for them. The original Act provides the following offences: Section 65, tampering with computer source document; Section 66, hacking with the computer system; Section 67, publishing of information which is absent in electronic form; Section 68, power of controller to give direction; Section 70, protection system; Section 69, direction of controller to subscriber to extend facilities to descriptive information; Section 71, penalty for misrepresentation. The Act was amended in 2008, which introduced the following offences: Section 66B, receiving stolen computers or communication devices; Section 66C, using the password of another person; Section 66D, cheating using computer sources; Section 66E, publishing private images of other; Section 66F, act of cyber terrorism; Section 67A, publishing image containing sexual acts; Section 67B, publishing child porn or predating children online; Section 67C, failure to maintain records; Section 72A, disclosure of information in breach of lawful contract; Section 73, publishing electronic signature certificate false in certain particulars; Section 74, publication for fraudulent purpose. Punishment for the above mentioned offences can extend to imprisonment of life and or an identified amount of fine. The act has faced a great amount of scrutiny and has been constantly criticized for its narrow scope and applicability as it seems ineffective concerning recent data leaks. The, crit- the critics have also argued that the Act does not deal sufficiently with the offense of data breach. Section 72A of the Act, which specifically deals with the offense of data breach, states that punishment for disclosure of information in breach of lawful contract, same as otherwise provided in this Act or any other law for the image being enforced, any person including an intermediary who, while providing service under the term of lawful contract, has secured access to an material containing personal information about another person with the internet to cause or knowing that he is likely to cause wrongful loss or wrongful gain disclosure without the consent of the person concerned or in breach of lawful contract, such material to any other person shall be punished with imprisonment for a term which may extend for 3 years, with fine which may extend to 5 lakh rupees or with both. Therefore, in reaction of these rising cases of data breaches and the Act's low applicability in dealing with such breaches, a committee was constituted in 2017 by retired Justice B.N. Sri Krishna to propose a statute on data protection. The committee tabled its opinion on personal data protection bill was introduced by Ministry of Electronic and Information Technology 2018. The bill was not passed by the parliament and also received heavily criticism. The bill received heavily criticism because it was deemed to be giving excessive power to the state. Retired Justice P.N. Sri Krishna himself termed the bill as having the ability to turn India into an old state. Hence, a received bill was introduced in Parliament in 2019.